welcome to How They Rolled. This is the second episode with parts 1 and 2. Today we have with you, of course, myself, Robert Lee, your host. We have here David, who plays, well, now Ed. Once a dwarf, now a turtle. Who knew it could happen that way? We have Derek over here as well. I believe you're a human, I think.
Yes.
I don't know. You can't really tell. You don't see the pictures of that stuff. So anyways, making us use our minds in this day and age. Who knew it would happen? So anyways, in this episode, we actually started here with these guys at the Rivers of Frustration. It's like their first encounter was with a river. Bully for you guys. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, lots of problems. Lots of problems. More problems than you did.
It was worse than a door.
No,
right.
Well, before you even got there, you had to go out the door. I mean, and you guys met the turtles and all of that. So it's like one turtle with a messed up face didn't even have a mouth. The jaw was all missing. It was interesting looking turtle just for the vision of that. It's like, but he couldn't talk, but his hand did. So hey, the other one was some grizzled war veteran of whatever nature there. And you were joining this party and you were gung-ho for it because, well, your brother was saved by this dwarf who was captured and or massacred and slaughtered and eaten by these dwarves. Well, the dwarves don't do that. I mean, of course, the orcs. So, yes.
So I have an oath to hopefully save this dwarf, for he has saved my brother. Of course, I don't even know what he looks like, so I'm going to have to rely on the rest that are with me to identify whether or not, is this the one? You know,
Well,
so.
they're not going to capture too many dwarves. I mean, they're orcs, for God's sake. I mean, dwarves are going to kick their ass. Anyways, just saying. Yes, I play dwarves. So, you joined the party, got all these guys together because of all of that. Derek here, everyone seems to have had their own reason for actually joining the group here. It's like, they had their main reasons. It's like he had, of course, the Warforged because it's like father basically was captured. He had to go help him. Derek here, he didn't get his pie, and he won some pie.
It's very frustrating.
It's all
very
about the
frustrating.
pie.
Everybody else had pie, and they broke in before I could come over and get a piece. It was,
Well,
very
hey,
frustrating.
but it's all good. You'll get your pie after this.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you do.
You can see the shirt now.
That's right.
Where's my pie?
And anyways, it's like it was discovered here, talking to the war veterans and such, of course, that it was a bunch of ash-skinned orcs with lightning scars. It's been an ongoing war in this area. People knew about it. You got in the middle of it here because you were at the bar at the wrong time, or the right time as far as a game and adventure would go. It worked out there. So basically, you had to go retrieve this lady's husband, go save the dwarf, go take out the orcs over there, get rid of the storm, or do something over. Basically, it's just an ongoing adventure here. We still have a lot to go and see what's going to be happening with this. It looks very interesting. I'm looking forward to see where it goes. At the beginning here, though, we have Derek and Hazel, not Heather, but Hazel.
That was deliberate.
Oh, okay.
That was a deliberate mispronunciation.
Sure it was. Anyways.
It was.
That's fine. I just got to
Eric
pick
is
it
supposed
up.
to have problems remembering names.
Oh,
that was
good.
something
Very
I was
good.
throwing in.
Ah, see, you did it quite well.
Yes.
You convinced me.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
basically, you two were going up and running towards the gate. You were having a race. And what were you racing for?
It was a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
She threw down the challenge, and so we had to race to see who was the better, faster runner.
Correct. You'd have to remember what?
Oh, because I lost, I have to remember her name.
And which
Hazel.
is? Oh, yeah, there you go. Bravo.
Now, of course, I couldn't help but have this go through my head. They're racing by, and here's the twirl.
Yes.
Too much, yeah.
That would have been really funny if you
Too
had
much.
passed both of us and our mouths just open up.
Oh, yes. And anyways, Davros finds the trail here, of course. Once you get going here, and it's like, even though these guys are already racing towards the gate and you don't know where you're going, but hey, Davros still found the way to go. Apparently, there was a bunch of orcs, about 20 orcs on foot, 11 dire wolves. Yeah, it's quite a little squad to go
Quite
take
the
on.
army to be taking on.
That's for what, 670 here? That's
Yes. And
Yeah,
we're all
it's
And
kind of
there's
third level.
got to be more. There's
Right,
got to
we're
be
only
more.
third level.
yeah, and you're only third level.
That's
yeah.
right. Not good.
That's so. Anyway, so that's your reason for being here.
Well, yes,
Pay him
there's a lot deeper reasons.
This
but,
seems like
but,
it, and
hopefully
yours
that'll
is
come
pie,
out.
so-
Hopefully that'll come out, and as Eck continues his hunt for this
Excellent.
dwarf.
Anyway, so your first encounter was with the river. And it's like, all you had to do, you saw something on the other side of the river, you wanted to go get to the rocks or whatever on the other side. There were so many things you could have done to get on the other side. You tried maybe one of them. Anyways, did you ever think, it's like, you're a turtle. You're good in water for the most part. You could have gotten across. You had a warforged. You could have tied a rope around him. You could have been a tree. You got a little bastion, a barrier there to actually hold the other side of the rope. It was only, 20, 30 feet across?
Yeah.
You had about 100 feet of rope actually you could have used.
Yep.
Yep.
And then people could have just kind of... Anyways.
Yeah, no, there was no trees, there was nothing, we were thinking very...
Afterthought.
Yep. I agree.
Well, there was too much water in the air. We were afraid of the water on the ground.
It was distracting. Because it was an eternal monsoon. The rain was coming down. I mean...
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be able to ever get rid of that. Eck knows and Bowden knows as well that it's been there for years, and it's inundated the land with water, and so we're not there to
solve
the weather problem. We're there to say everyone's got their own agenda for being there, and mine right now is to as Eck is to find and pay back what has been done for my brother God, and that's the thing they have their social connection that they've had is a bond and oath that extends beyond them. So they have similar bonds and oaths that they'll create from other interactions.
So I have to ask you this then: was this character one you created in yourself?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So another character is then, so.
Yeah, well, it was out of necessity.
Plan on dying again. Got you.
Plan on dying again. No, yeah, okay. Yes, but not soon, hopefully.
Well, next time we see Nicholas, we'll have to ask him. Could always happen, you never know. Anyways, our special guest that we have here today is Flan. Welcome, Flan. I see you have your drink with you here.
Yeah, well, he's fairly relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone else says, because I don't hear anything.
Nor I.
It's true, Flan. I know. Simple things for simple minds. I know, but he's a good guy. But no, hey, but the elf that carries him around with Sunny and such there at Berian, I guess it's like. They have many a reason to be here, as I would imagine as well. I'm trying to ask Flan here, but he's got his mouth full with more drink here. It's like, but we have Mac here who plays Sunny, so we could always ask him. It's like, would you care to step in?
Yeah. Who do you want us to switch out?
I'll switch out. You're fine.
Just watch his drink.
Yeah, he's a bit of a lush. Flan is a bit of a lush.
That's right.
Oh, Flan. Anyways.
What is that? No, it's 21-year-old. Knock it off.
Ooh, wow. Good choice. So you and Sunny are here.
Half elf.
Half elf, sorry. So you're a half elf. Berian.
Berian, my brother, is a half elf.
Oh, you're both half elves. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You look like half of something else, though, based on the description we got of you with the little white skin.
Yeah.
But you're Sunny, so that's okay.
Yes, it's
And a Sunny disposition.
It's a whole dichotomy kind of thing.
The Sunny disposition, especially.
He's trying to be kind of a dick, but he's not.
He's doing a good job. Don't worry.
He's only half succeeding.
So, question here for you guys: what is yours, Flan's, and Berian's reason for actually joining the group here?
Backstory a little bit that hasn't quite come out yet. There's more to come out, but basically, Sonny's main thing is his brother's bullied his whole life. Because if you haven't noticed, Berian's a little off. And so Sonny's all about defending the weaker brother, who was weaker until he found Flan. And then since he's found Flan, he's been super strong. And
Flan's a badass.
yes. And but he has a whole protecting children, protecting the weak kind of thing.
Oh.
That's why he has that whole standoffish kind of attitude, is because it's like, So, but their reason is they were banished from their village for reasons that will come out later.
So that explains the child episode here, when you're talking with the children here, trying to find their lost, dog, I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually did take the time and try to help, and then you realized, never mind.
Yeah, more or less.
Well, you realize the dog probably was. Anyway,
Dog
you
was-
didn't really want to find the dog, so.
Well, and that was why we had such a strong reaction to the, for lack of a better word, Warforged and his plight, because it was a thought to our view, to my character's view, that was in the last episode, the one that we talked about last time. That was a very father-son moment,
Oh yeah.
and that was very tear-jerking for my character.
Yeah, it can be. That's how these things go. Yeah. Speaking of, hey, you want to step in here, Nathan?
And they as well.
The other Warforged, well, the only Warforged here with his little
Is it
red
in the
glowing
Warforged?
eyes.
What?
Yes,
I'm one of a kind.
it's a female Warforged. She's been looking for you.
I'm not sure I want this.
You really don't. She's made out of rubber. Anyways, so
I don't think that'd be very effective in war.
well, it's more effective than you think. Anyhow, so you have a bar owner, Sylvia and such, and her husband, who were basically your parents.
Adopted.
Adopted parents, who basically you were working with them, and then the kids and everything, right? Everything like that. You were, in essence, the bar protector. You were the bouncer of the bar.
In a way, yeah, I guess you could say that.
You were a bartender too. You did a little bit of everything there. So,
Where I was needed.
yeah, where you were needed, as you were.
I was also the only one that could realistically lift the barrels.
So it was a strength thing. Yeah, okay.
I lived
Out of necessity. But anyway, Sylvia gave you something special when you did leave it. So she gave you the sword and shield. I don't know if that was her husband's or it was just family heirloom or what have you, but they were very special to her, and it was to go get her husband.
I'm not going to reveal that part, because I think that goes a little bit further into my backstory, and I haven't revealed that part yet because no one's asked. So I think I'm going to let the story try and take that one.
Let me ask you. So anyways, that's good. So you got the sword, you got that though, so you're going to help him out. So hopefully it turns out well and doesn't turn out like, well, like it did for Derek.
Hopefully the bad guys aren't any tougher than the river.
Well, the good news is when you got to the river, you finally got across. I mean, it took a whole episode, but you finally got across that river.
Oh, gee, I forgot it took a whole episode.
Yep.
It really did. It took the whole episode.
Just to get across
You didn't
the
even get
river.
And the best part about that is it didn't even the big fish and such didn't really get in play here with the kelpie or whatever the kelp creature was until near the very end of that. So you see a pylon down below. You are fascinated by this pylon.
No one else to get down there, so I figured I would go pick it up. You know, I'm the strongest person in the group.
It was magic.
Let's put it this way. This is the way I looked at it, the way it was described, and it sounded to me. Your size, let's say you're the size of the Warforged. The pylon would have been the size of the table we sit at here.
Give or take. Which is about double the size of most of the barrels.
Which is like quadruple the size of your weight, if not 20 times your weight, and you were going to give it a whirl.
It was about, what was it, 1,000 pounds? I think Nick said how much it weighed.
Yeah, right.
Little over
That's what I'm
1,000
saying.
pounds.
And what's your weight?
I'm just about 500.
All right. Okay, so only double your weight then. Okay. So theoretically,
Yeah.
you
Me and the
could.
turtle, we're the strongest people in the group, and we're the heaviest people in the group.
Correct. Again, next time you hit a river, you on one side, them on the other.
But we're going to do
Across.
tightrope across?
No. Just go. You're in the water. You hold yourself up on the rope and just pull yourself along. Common safety. You know, you're saving somebody from
Intelligent, not wise.
Fair enough.
We have another solution coming up in the future that hasn't been seen, but there'll be a new solution for rivers in the future.
Anyways,
Pocket raft?
so
Shape water.
so you beat the fish, you beat the kelpies, you see the pylon, you get yourself across, and then you just get closer and closer to the storm. The storm itself was pretty violent here.
A little bit.
It was alive, in fact, it seemed more or less. Little lightning elementals or what have you, jumping around all over the place, zapping.
It wasn't that bad. You know, I've been through worse.
He found his true purpose.
He got a recharge is all it was.
No, he's a tent stake.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, that was it. Yeah, that is true. He did become a shelter because you guys, I found out you're not exactly MacGyver.
No.
Although maybe MacGyver is more the case of what you guys are because you built the tent out of nothing.
Yes.
You're just not the Boy Scouts. You're more the Cub Scouts and Brownies that haven't actually figured out quite what to do with anything yet.
Worked okay.
We have
They did. None of you thought to bring a tent though.
Well, we have a
Camping
real issue.
gear.
I had a tent.
I have to ask: did anyone bring provisions for this? Little
I did.
adventure?
They were on my
Well,
horse.
you own it. You're fine. You brought your sword and
Oh,
shield. You're good.
I had a tent, and I had a whole bunch of other stuff. It was on my horse.
Which got eaten. You found a leg.
Yeah, I had a leg.
That's about it.
Was it tasty?
I didn't eat it.
I was going to say.
You'll have to ask. You'll probably have to ask the turtle.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, so you got by the river. You got the big catfish or big fish, whatever the heck it was. You killed it. You killed the kelpies, or whatever those were.
I think it was definitely.
Yeah, that was a vicious little thing. Yeah, I don't know what that creature was. It's like, what was that creature? Anyone know? Right off?
Strangling kelp? I don't know.
Well, there's a creature known as Kelpie that was in some of the other Dungeons and Dragons books. So that's why I was
I have
thinking
no
it
idea.
might have been.
I think it was strangling kelp or.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
think it was the Kelpie thing. I don't know.
Whatever.
And
It was a
same-
pain in the ass and killed one of our teammates.
Almost.
But anyways, Flan, I must say, you got the first kill. Rock beats air.
He says as it should be.
Oh, he was whispering. I didn't hear him that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
I'm right here. I still didn't hear it.
You can't hear Flan?
No.
I don't know what's wrong with you
I
people.
don't know these people. I know the mic's not on. That's probably why.
Yeah. You don't want him to get really loud because then he has to come near you, and that means he just comes flying.
No, stay. No. Yeah, good point.
No, he doesn't want a hug.
Let's see here. Okay, so the shelter was made. You were a major part of that shelter. The portal was the other part of the shelter.
I'm pretty sure it was half that shelter.
Well, the half shell was the other half of the shelter. Yeah,
Yeah. Actually, maybe like a third.
it was interesting. Yeah, I have to say that was pretty stuff. But then right here, right when you're getting ready to go do something here, lightning strikes, zaps down on it. Rain basically slows to a trickle, and the energy beam from wherever it's coming from just kind of stayed dead.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good.
And just like all good battles, it must be raining.
You had to do something, I guess.
Barring the fact that we're in a typhoon.
And anyways, and during this whole thing though, it's like with the deal with the catfish, the kelpies, you only lost two people. Well, same person twice. So Davros, I have to ask. Let Davros in here if you would.
I will.
I'm just kind of rotate through.
I'm gonna jump on in here.
Hey, Flan, watch it. Anyways, Davros,
Yes.
you died twice.
That did happen.
Yes, it did. Is this going to be an ongoing occurrence?
Maybe.
Just keep the blue guy alive.
He's a reckless individual.
Well, so basically, the way it happens, once per episode, one person died in the first episode.
Yeah.
And then on the second episode, it's two people died.
This
Well,
is
see
not
the same
bad.
person. So
It's not bad.
three people are gonna die in the third, right?
It's
No.
true. By the time we hit double-digit episodes, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
Oh god.
Damn. Okay, that's not good. You gotta watch out for that.
We don't plan this.
Typically,
It just happens.
It's never planned. It's mostly dice rolls.
Really bad dice.
Really
Jumping
bad.
in the water
Really
after kelp. That's killer kelp.
He didn't jump
To
in.
get-
To
to get-
I never jumped in the
to
water.
get a rock
He-
at the bottom of this. Anyways,
I
it was a
wasn't.
great idea. It was
I
a
never.
great idea.
I never
understood.
jumped into.
I would have
the-
checked it out too. In all fairness, you did well. No, that's true. You got dragged in. So.
I got dragged in against my will, and with the amount of damage that was being being done at the time, I wasn't really able to do anything about it. I was just like, oh god, no. And I kept failing all my
You were being
saves.
hugged. You were well loved.
I was being violently hugged. I wasn't a fan of it.
Tough love. Tough love.
Tough love.
About as lovely as a constrictor. You know, one of those really big boa things.
Yeah, it's not a good thing either.
I don't know, maybe you like snakes.
That could be.
I.
Anyways, at the end of all
not
that,
necessarily.
at the end of all that, then you found this corpse. That's where the
It's true.
slow lightning and all that stuff stopped, and weird little stuff started shining. The rain slowed down. So what was up with that corpse?
Wow.
Okay, good answer.
Which corpse are we talking about? I know we have two.
Yeah, probably work.
The first one was before we. No, that's after.
You're on the. You're on the.
Was that the
river.
one with the rose in it?
They had a bunch of crap in it. I don't know what the hell it was.
The one was decapitated with the rose
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it?
yeah.
That one?
I think, yeah, I think it was a rose.
Good thing
Yeah.
that is squished.
Okay, that's okay. I was curious.
Hmm.
It was a rosed corpse.
Is that what that was?
Sure, why not?
Oh no, it kept bouncing off the leg armor.
So-
Just a little tink. Tink.
So, anyways,
Tink.
let's see here. What do we have? So Hazel, I gotta ask you, bringing her on in.
My turn.
You were racing with Derek.
Yep.
You won,
Yeah.
kind of. There was some discrepancies with the dice rolls originally here. It's like you rolled less, but your speed's like 10 times more than his, and he wasn't counting that. And
My speed is so much faster.
that was
than
crazy. I have to ask, how are you so fast?
A mixture of feats and monk.
Oh, monk. Oh, that's right. That's right. I
Right.
didn't even think about the monk. Yeah.
And then I have a mobile on top of it too.
Oh Lord. You're not gonna. You're the water walking type of monk. Gotcha.
Yeah. She's quick.
Actually,
And
another option you could have got across the river. You're a monk. You can walk on water. Anyways.
I don't think I can do that
Yeah,
yet.
maybe not.
I
Maybe
think
not.
that's later on.
Yeah, it's
We're too low though.
But
that's third level. That's right.
when I first threw down the gauntlet, he had thought that I said 15 as my speed, when my speed is 50.
Correct.
50,
Which I found.
which is about 20 feet faster than
Which
him.
shocked me too. Yes, I was like, that's quite a bit. That's a fast one. And you're human yourself too.
Yep.
That makes it even more impressive. So.
She is a speedy little shit.
Yes, she is. Flan would be nice.
Hey man, I thought we were cool.
Yeah, sometimes. Anyway.
I'll pick you up later.
All right. So, what do we have here next? There were some questions we did have even brought up. So. Well, Nicholas isn't here for this one, but the question was brought up. It's like, how long does it actually take to set up the map? Do you know? I mean, have you seen him actually set up the maps and stuff that he puts together with Forge and such?
Well, we usually don't see the actual setting up because like he wants it to be a surprise with the unveiling. So we end up seeing it afterwards.
That is true.
So,
That is true. He doesn't want to spoil that part for you.
So it's usually David and Nathan that are more like
David, you've seen your son do this before.
Switch out here.
Hello, Flan. I don't know why I'm talking to him. I have no clue why I'm talking to him.
He's a
He's a nice
rock
guy.
man.
Oh no.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
It's rather.
Ever since he got that spike in the head, though, he hasn't been the same. Anyways, yeah.
So Nicholas will take, depending on the complexity of the map,
Yeah.
he will, for something that's simple, it might only take maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes to put together. But if it's really involved, it's got a lot of Dwarven Forge components and stuff. Again, this is just a augmentation to the game. But we've got quite a collection of Dwarven Forge.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll put this together, and it could take a couple hours of him building. And he has a method, a mythology about how to do it.
Believe it.
And usually it'll be, the reason why I know it takes a couple hours is because I'll get told, don't come in over here. And then I'm like, can I come in a couple hours later? Still building.
Yeah.
So I have to wait until the cover covers everything up, and then I can come in.
That's believable, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So
the sets
it can be
looking
rather
nice.
involved.
The sets and maps are amazing.
It's a really creative process. I was talking to him, and I think I'd like to do is we do a creative map building video to show just the thought process of how it's built, how something like that we might put together. Whether it's used in the game or not, I don't know, but we might put something together like that here.
No, it would be interesting. I mean, as I've DM'd in the past, I'd say I've never ever had that complex of a setup to actually put together. It's like, for me, it's called the patience aspect.
And in the last campaign that Nick was running too, just some of the maps that he put together were insane, and like getting different colored lights in there and getting
I've
tiny
seen
fog
I've seen his stuff
machine.
too.
Oh yeah. We got that.
Oh, I've seen the fog work into
And
so
later tonight, in an episode we're going to be putting together tonight. We don't know what it's going to look like, but the fog machine's out, so I don't know if we're using it yet. But the maps we've had here have actually been quite simple. The first couple.
Yeah.
yeah,
couple
they
of
really
sessions
have
here.
been, but it's like it just
But they
amazes
can
me.
be
You see
very
it.
involved, and so we'll see. It'll be exciting because
You never know.
we never know what we're going to find, or see, or do.
He definitely has the pieces to work with. I've seen his set. His boxes and boxes of towers of sets. Yes.
And we just recently got more.
Really?
Yep.
Oh mercy.
Yep. Just found
Buildings and
I don't have a
things.
problem.
I don't know if I
Oh,
can.
please, yeah.
I can stop whenever I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny. Oh, and then I have to say this too with the turtle here. It's like when you got brought back, there was that potion, Revivify. Apparently, it's like your brother over there gave Revivify potions for every member. So you got a few.
No, not for every member, just for me.
Oh, so he was
Just
for me.
watching
Out for you.
One of our, it's a backstory element. One of our packs, and I commented about us doing light bombs.
Yep.
Well, and if you remember one of the quotes that he said when he didn't want me to leave, and I said they won't find me. I'm here because of you.
Oh yeah.
Is what I told him.
Yep.
And so we've shared different life packs with our actions and so forth. So he had this thing. I didn't know that he stuck it in my pack, but he certainly
Okay.
did.
So
Yeah.
here's a question for you then. Let's say the dwarf is still alive. You free the dwarf. What now? Do you play the dwarf, or do you play the turtle?
We will need to work that out with the DM and find out. And,
Play them both?
And yeah, like, worse than talking to a rock, I guess.
It's not.
Hey, Flan is a stand-up citizen
Yeah, and he's a human just
with
like you and me.
plenty
A
of
person.
good ideas.
He's not a human, he's a person. But anyways.
Eck has eaten enough sand in his day, he doesn't need it.
Anyhow. Yet.
But yeah, with playing Eck, when Nicholas asked me, because we don't know, number one, if we'll ever find the dwarf, because only the DM knows really where the dwarf has been taken. So we're not even sure if we're on the right path. And then if we do ultimately find him, we may never find him, or we might find him and he's not alive, or we might find him and he is alive. We just don't know. So he'd approached me and said, build another character until that fork in the road appears or
totally
does not. So I loved the visuals that he gave for this jawless portal. And
that's
so
good.
I said, I want to do something off of that. And no one went upstairs. So I said, I could be any character of any creation that's upstairs in this tavern. And I thought, you know what, there's a story to tell with that jawless turtle.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
so now you've got a bigger story with a legless turtle. There's something going on there when you've got two pieces of parts.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it'll come out.
Who owns the parts? Is it on another turtle? There we go. You all, the two of you together.
It's not
That's
a
how
zombie-
turtle. This is
it's
how
not a
turtles
zombie-
reproduce.
it's not a
This is how
zombie
turtles
turtle.
reproduce. Yes.
No.
I have some bad joke trying to form in my head about turtle soup.
Oh,
mercy.
Oh, I'm gonna crack
I
it up.
prefaced with saying it was bad, right?
Oh, wow.
That's still better than the sexual practices of turtle reproduction here that I was getting at. So that's definitely much better than that.
But yeah,
At least a little bit easier on the mind.
Eck and God have been through a lot together, and Eck doesn't take any shit. He can't afford to.
He's a war veteran. Why not? Everyone's a war veteran. Well, of the turtle clan, anyways. So one other question here, and of course Nicholas is gone again. The house rules that are into play here. What are the house rules? Do you know what they all are?
Most of them. They're not like ridiculous house rules.
No, I mean, there's just a few, I'm sure.
There's a few of them. I can name off most of them. Let's see here. For a natural 20, it's not an auto success.
Correct.
Some players will consider it auto success, some won't. What Nick will do is he'll add you can add a bonus 5 to the roll, and then obviously your normal modifiers, so that it gives that much greater of an opportunity to win.
Yep.
To not win. I'm sorry. To
Succeed.
succeed. Yeah. Thanks. And let's see here. He's got a special rule about casting first level spells and cantrips. I think you can cast first level spells, and then if you have a bonus action cantrip or first level spell that is a bonus action, you can also cast it. So, because he did it to try and give a little boost to those spellcasters who are kind of like going, pew.
I'm done. Next.
Pew.
Understand? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it helped a little bit there. Now the thing is though that these rules apply to the enemies as well.
Correct. That would have
So
to be.
when they roll natural 20, it hurts. You know,
That's true.
when you run into a spellcaster, suddenly you're like, oh crap, it's you know, oh well, yeah, I just got hit with a bonus action. What is what's the warlock one or whatever, Elder's Blast or
Blast,
something,
yeah.
right? Is that a bonus action? I think it is.
No.
No, that
It's
one's not.
Okay.
They do have some. That
There's something like that. Yeah, those can be, you know,
You can do a witch
4,
bolt
3,
action.
6 or whatever, and suddenly, you know, a little bonus action thing that really can hurt. So you got to be careful because the enemies can do it too. What else? Is there any others?
A lot of them just kind of like come up as we play. There were some in the last campaign that I don't think are gonna necessarily come into here, like how Bryn was able to use her acrobatics for climbing rather than athletics.
Oh, right.
Because
And
she was
Bren was actually in the other campaign.
yeah, she was in the other campaign. She was a thief rogue,
Of course.
so had second story work, and so there had been some issues about like trying to climb, but her strength was 6.
But extremely dexterous though,
Yeah.
and small and lightweight.
And so it was, we ended up making a house rule where
I
she
can
used her
understand.
dexterity to climb.
Any
up.
good DM will do that.
And
Yes.
he'll
You
do
have,
some-
you have to. I think.
Yeah.
Intimidation for strength. You might have a low charisma character, but they're extremely intimidating physically,
Yeah.
and so allow a
Exactly.
strength bonus to apply to a certain role. Maybe not consistently, you know, or maybe
If you
consistently
use the
depending
strength,
on
grab them by the collar.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or even just like puff yourself up and be big.
Yep.
So it's fun. It's good. He's
It is,
just
any
a-
good DM will
just
do
a-
it. I was just curious if he had any actually set in stone per se, or the basic ones.
We've
the
been
20
playing with them
sounds
for
like.
so long that it's hard to remember what exactly is a house rule and what's vanilla.
That's
Then
fair.
again, there's only maybe 3 or 4. It's
Yeah.
nothing huge. Well, I guess X barbaric totem
Oh,
yeah.
is a custom, so I guess you could call it a house rule. You know, so, but you'll find that out later.
Flan?
Flan's custom.
What's he saying?
Flan's custom? What? Oh.
Well, that is true. He is a custom weapon.
Really?
When you think about it, Flan
I'm
is-
still so intrigued and confused about what this thing is.
Well,
Not a
that's
thing, first of all.
well, that's a piece of moss agate. Flan, however, is something totally different. Flan is the most interesting character so far in this game. I have to. Yeah, I know Flan. You're welcome.
I mean, rude, but.
Well,
Sure.
sorry, but yeah, exactly. It's just like it's just amazing. It's like you wrap a chain around a rock and you got your own personal flail or morning star or what have you there, and it's like it's pretty good. Good little weapon. Well, it's no different than Sorry to bring up. Maybe too soon to bring up the dwarf and his spiritual weapon there. So,
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's fun.
So,
That's
so
fun.
that's
Yeah, so I
that's
kinda-
character. That's character personalization at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And a DM should allow something like that. So that's good.
Yep. Sword style for Ek with the Conda style sword with the like I look like a clam shell opener and I'm like that's perfect. It's
This
portal
question.
and cracking open clams and down in clams.
So this question is going to be asked basically for everyone here. So what's everyone looking forward to in the campaign here coming up here?
You know,
What's your
I have an answer, but I've been doing a lot of talking, so I'll wait, and then we can jump in. Let others jump in too.
Sounds good.
I'm really excited for a lot of things to come out with my backstory. Because it's unlike any character that I've really done before. And I've kind of left a lot of things in Nick's court that I don't really know much about. And we'll find out with the audience.
Ooh, she's an amnesiac.
So
It's a guess.
I'm really excited.
That's interesting. I like that. It's always fun.
And I've got 2 backstories, one for each character,
Wow.
depending on how it goes. But obviously interested in letting those elements come out, and hopefully there'll be a lot of world hooks that come from our backstories that really add to the campaign. But really, I'm hoping to see all our characters evolve and grow over time, not only just as a group cohesively together, but as each character fights their own demon,
Oh.
and the other characters can be there to hopefully help them overcome those demons. And so that's the beauty of this game is you can if you got wonderful players like these, you can really create some incredible stories that,
Oh,
I say, we hope will bring some more tears to people's eyes
definitely true.
and some cheers.
And Flan?
Yeah.
Good point. Oh, very cool. Yeah, let's hope they do get together. Oh, you know they will. Okay, and Matt, how about yourself?
Want to step up?
Yep.
Actually, why don't you come in, Davros?
Yeah,
as well?
Davros, come on in yourself. I'm doing so good here. I know half the characters' names and half the real people's names. So.
It works out.
Real proud of you.
Actually, I'm kind of glad you put us together because as much as I look forward to the brotherly stuff with Berian and Flan and my character,
Yeah.
I've kind of latched onto his character. We're having,
Oh, yeah, I've seen
We're having a
that.
good time.
we're having a good time. I'm just curious what the water elf is up to.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
it's
That's
just
a,
like, why is he here?
why am I here? That's a valid question. What is my hometown like?
Oh, it's probably underwater.
Yeah, probably.
Parts of it, at least.
Yeah, I think one of the things I always end up looking forward to in any D&D campaign, any sort of D&D situation, is just character interaction. And so I'm interested in finding out more about these other characters and then them growing closer with my character and vice versa. And in particular, playing, I guess, kind of a rarity for me, playing a character that's just so, like, has so much pride and honor obsessed and stuff like that. So it might be interesting even to see if these people end up meeting any characters from my backstory, like family or like going back to my home city. That would be a strange interaction, but I think it would be kind of neat.
That would be fun.
I hope they know how to swim.
Very nice. Very nice.
Tell you what I don't look forward to every week
Oh?
is the lead up to the game where we have to wait. And
Yes.
then I get a
Any
phone call the
games
day
like this.
before. We need 4 of these. It's,
Oh, that's right. You actually make a lot of the
yeah.
models and such for this with your 3D printer, do you know?
Yes.
I don't have to worry about that.
Printers.
Well, yeah, you just have to guess to figure out your story along the way.
Yeah, I just have to make sure I remember, like, oh, did I die again? Cool.
No dying for you.
No
No,
dying.
well, you're not. You had your episode for that. You're fine.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their dying episode. Don't worry.
I hope that I only get.
Yeah, no.
I filled my quota in the last campaign, so
There you
You did.
officially I have, and DM's not listening, he's in the other room. I've yet to take damage in this campaign.
I think you're right.
So,
Oh,
Actually,
I'm gonna.
actually no. Actually, has Berian taken damage then?
yeah, he took damage.
Very little though.
Very little though.
But
We
it's
don't,
okay.
we don't. Anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it that way.
Yeah,
To the best of my abilities.
Yeah.
So on this
But
happy note, who is going to die next? Do you think?
I think it's going to be the dwarf.
I think it's gonna be the DM.
I think the dwarf. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I think
I would have never been done before.
Campaign over.
Everyone takes over the DM.
You just pick up a Glock behind the desk.
No. We don't want realism here. Not that real.
as much as the dwarf was interesting at the beginning, the turtle has added.
There we go.
A
Here,
lot.
this goes to the vote I was asking other people, but no one seemed to want to chime in.
Oh, I love the turtle.
You already
Screw the
chimed
dwarf.
in. It's the dwarf.
There's a lot more just sunny.
The character's already there, better.
Just
Yeah.
Sunny wise, Sunny gets a kick out of the turtle.
It's
And he's just like, I don't, and he's actually at that point, Sunny's like, well, I guess I don't have to be the dick anymore. You know?
what your name?
Yeah, what you're,
Dur it is, yeah.
As much as I love Ek, there's also a part of my brain that's just like, God damn, it would be nice to have a healer. Instead of a barbarian, having a healer would be so useful, but then at the same time...
I play clerics quite a bit, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but
So
at the
I
same
know what
time,
you
like
mean.
it would be nice to have an Ek.
yeah, the last campaign we did, I played the cleric and it was really emotional for me, so now I'm just playing something to blow stuff up.
You got a point there. It's
Yeah, the cleric's always emotional, and it's always,
always about the god.
and watching David play Ek, it looks like he's having a lot of fun. So,
That's true too. That is true
Yeah,
too.
it's
Ah,
an
that's-
enjoyable one.
because it's different when you're playing a drunk cleric. But when you're playing something that nobody's seen before, and you get to kind of write the playbook for this character moving forward with the group, like this is how turtles kind of are. That's kind of cool.
To be honest, though, I'm surprised the lightning didn't kill more of you guys too. Though. I'm not talking about death here, though. It's like, it was the Kelpie thing or whatever that actually killed.
Yeah.
So,
The lightning guys, though,
they didn't do
the
a lot
first
of
time they
damage.
did the first time they did more damage. The second time, people knew just
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah. I'm more worried about the lightning witch than I am the lightning.
Oh,
thing.
that shamanistic orc lady.
Yeah, she needs
I agree with that. I agree with you there. I think she's the cause of the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Well,
of her.
we're not going to get into all the supposition we don't really know ourselves.
But you know what the most dangerous thing in this campaign has been, though? Water.
Water.
Yes.
Because I got him those for his birthday a week before, and then he had to put them in and try to kill us with them.
I kind of thought it was Flan there for a while. There.
Flan's pretty scary.
Flan's not scary.
If he needs to be.
He's good. He takes when I'm sleeping, he takes care of my brother.
It's true.
That he does. So is the spike in the right head there? I have to ask.
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure. 'Cause it's like, did your brother take it out of his own head and put it in there? Maybe.
He is slow, but he's very charismatic.
I agreed.
If you noticed in the bar episode, I didn't go up and pay. I gave money to Berian to pay because I'm scary looking, even though I have the highest charisma. I'm scary looking, so I just stay back and let him do it and play on his innocence to carry
And
through.
you're pale white dwarf. Yeah. Or,
No.
excuse me, elf. You have to.
Half elf, yeah, pale
Yeah.
white, like white and then black eyes.
Yes,
depending on
yes,
what it's
yes, I
doing.
admit it. Every time I hear you describe the half elf, it's like, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
No, that's
It just
but
comes to mind.
He's not
every
dark.
time. I
That's-
know, but
he loves sunlight, and it's actually if you ever notice when I describe it or the DM describes it, it's very painful for him. Every time he casts a spell, it hurts his soul the way he looks at it. So he doesn't want to be part of the shadows, but it's just his thing. So
makes sense to me.
I'm sure there's a lot more to the backstory of Berian and Sunny because they were raised by an elf and a human, and they both have like really weird things about them.
I'm interested in finding out more about everyone's backstory, to be honest.
Actually, the
Some
monk.
characters.
I don't know
The monk is
the
in.
monk.
What the fuck is that with the monk?
The monk. Yeah, it's just like she's so happy,
I
and
think she lost her memory or something along the way somewhere. and
She
just
might
got
be an
about
angel.
it.
Who knows?
It's so
Who
funny. I
knows?
know. It's interesting.
an interesting dynamic that I know at least 3 of the characters really care about kids, which I thought was kind of interesting.
That's true.
Yeah,
Very
that's
much
true.
so.
So,
And speaking of, Nathan, do you have anything you want to add to this?
let Nathan take my spot.
What would you like to actually do here to see happen? And it's in you as well, Derek. What would you like to see happen with the campaign? Where do you want it to go? Where do you see it
Where
going?
do I want the campaign to go?
Well, how do you feel what do you want to happen? What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? Well, first off, I need someone to really get in depth with the backstory that I have. And I gotta wait for the story to really open up.
Yep.
'Cause you can't force that kind of dynamic. It just kind of has to come out. Where I really want to go with this campaign is, it's very open-ended. There's not really any major direction aside from I need to get my pseudo-father back. That's really my driving factor here. I could care less about anyone following me. However, it's great that I have people following me. I'd rather they not hurt themselves in the process. So I'm trying to avoid that. But, I just want my dad back.
That's a fair answer. How about yourself?
Derek has a quest, and it will be revealed as we play along.
It's all about the pie. Gotcha.
You are delightfully vague.
It's all about the
Well,
pie, guys.
I don't want to give it away ahead of time.
I don't
So,
know a damn
sorry.
thing about you. You say so many things, and I don't understand a damn thing.
If we learned anything this
He's
episode,
mysterious.
Derek
He's
likes
mysterious,
pie.
That's right.
That's about it. He says a bunch of things and has all these.
Yeah,
all
you
these
gotta watch it for the guys wearing the masks. It's
Any-
always the quiet ones. That's right.
Anyways, kids, this is it for today. I enjoyed the time I had here speaking with everybody and going over this. I hope you guys continue for many, many moons to come.
Thank you.
Keep it up. This is Robert Lee. Have a great time. See you next time. And this is... How we roll. Ha! I remembered. Thanks again, guys. Take care.